Hey guys, Worggy here, and I am back a lot later than I was expecting, but we got everything going. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather, guys, so we'll see how long this screen's going to be for. We're going to do some coast to coast. I was having some issues earlier with it, and we're going to see if it crashes still. I think I got the bugs worked out, but we'll see. And we're going to be, this is single player obviously. We're going to be using the Mack R, the RTA mod that I'm using. I think this is the one where I had to remove advanced coupling, but we'll see if it works. Apparently I haven't been able to. Wasn't working on the other one, so I don't see why it worked now. Not that it's really that big a deal. Alright, okay, give me 1 second here. Come back over here. Alright, and on this load we're going to be going, if it'll pause, let's see here, from Whitehorse, Canada down to Hartford. And there's the truck that we'll be using. It's a pretty cool little truck. It's from RTA Mods. It is a pay mod, which I know a lot of people don't agree with pay mods, but I personally don't care. I'm not trying to convince you to use it. I just think it's a nice mod. And later today we're going to be doing, we're going to be trying out the winter mod as well. I don't know if we'll either continue with the RTA, the Mack, or I might switch over to international after this load. I meant to do a little Mack today. I only did one load and I started not feeling well. This entire last week, I was just under the weather. And I just now getting back to normal. In fact, I lost my voice practically from Friday till pretty much yesterday. I have to move the damn dog. That kind of blocks your view. And right now we are using pretty much as minimal mods as we can for coast to coast. So we got the Mexico mod, the Canada, and obviously coast to coast. I have an accessories mod, which is how I have that tablet attached to the windshield there. And the main reason I'm using it is just because these older model trucks don't have the information that the more modern ones do, and that allows me to have it. play around with the traffic. Right now I have it toned down. With coast to coast, if you keep it on default, the traffic gets to ridiculous points, specifically in Mexico and Canada. There's not a whole lot of 4-lane highways in those two areas. And if you keep it on default, if you want bumper to bumper traffic, well, that's how you do it. I personally do not want bumper to bumper traffic, so I have it toned down. We'll play around with it a little bit and see if it's too low, too high. Well, it's definitely not going to be too high, but we might have to crank it up a little bit here in a minute. Like I said, guys, I did buy this mod here. I also bought a bunch of others. We got the International 200. I think it's the 109. Maybe it's 108. Can't remember which. Anyway, so I got 2 Internationals to try. I got the West Star 4800. I think I have a few other. Oh, whoa. I got the Volvo FS17 from Eurotruck, but for ATS. And the engine sounds pretty cool too. I had someone earlier, Hendog, he actually suggested an engine pack that we're going to try a little bit later as well. But like I said, I've been having some issues with coast-to-coast crashing. So I've updated coast-to-coast, Mexico, and Canada kept at 2.7. And we're going to see if we still have crashing issues. And I pretty much have, like I said, I have no mods except for what I have to have for the strut, and obviously for the map combo that I want to do. There. I'm also not sure how long I'll be streaming today, guys. Normally I don't stream this late. So I've kind of fucked my sleep schedule up with being sick and everything. I have to sleep so much more. So we might just stream all day. I might just do a few hours, go lay down. I'm not sure. We'll play it by ear for now. With these map mods is you run across issues where, like, honestly the traffic's fine over here, probably a little higher, coast to coast will probably be too low, and then Mexico will probably be about right there too. And when I say about there, I don't want to be held up by traffic. I'm not looking for that realistic. But I'm fine with a little bit of traffic. So I'm trying to find a happy medium where there's still traffic, but not enough where it's like slowing me down and being a pain in my ass. issue you run across in Canada when you have the traffic up very high. Is you pretty much get stuck behind a car and you're stuck there. Because the traffic's too thick to be able to attempt to pass. So right where we're at right now is pretty nice. If you get stuck behind a car, you can fairly easily pass. But like I said, the problem is you run across situations where like coast to coast the traffic will be probably too light. This is about fine, and down in Mexico this will be about fine. But we'll probably just stick with this for now. We'll see. And we are using the Mack R right now. Right now we're kind of testing to see if we get any crashes and stuff like that. I'm hoping we don't. That's the plan. This trip's going to be about 3,500 miles. We're going down to Hartford, Connecticut. And probably if we make it all the way to Hartford with no crashes, then we found a good combo. But the combo I did have, I was getting a pretty fair regular amount of crashes. And I'm pretty sure it was stemming from the map mods. I really didn't have too many issues outside of the maps. In fact, I didn't have any, so. That car's not too late. Washington State's going to release. But isn't really until they haven't really announced that's when once Washington will hit. That's just speculation on my part, really. but I think the majority think that that's what it is. I know they're getting close to 1.35. They're releasing that, and I also know they're getting close to Washington State because they keep releasing screenshots of that shit too. So I guess time will tell. There, but that worked out for us. Pretty decent trip. I think the trip started off with 30. It's either 38 or 35. So we're pretty much just starting. We're not even out of Canada just yet, so we got a ways. might actually just fuck around with the Mack today and do the international tomorrow. I haven't really decided. We'll see. The mirrors are a little too far out to be able to actually see out of them. So it pretty much forces you to use those side mirrors. Let's see if someone's on the VTC right now. Don't look like a whole lot of people's around. I'll hop in there. See if someone stops by. Right now, guys, my MP multiplayer is kind of screwed up, so I'm pretty much stuck on single player for right now. Something happened to my system file. Ooh, shit. That could have been nasty. But something happened to one of my system files that MP needs. That's not allowing me to connect to the servers. But I do have I have ordered a repair disk that will correct the problem. And once I get that correct and all that and stuff, we'll do some multiplayer as well. But then, I normally don't even do single player, but we're doing it right now because I have no choice. It's this or nothing. close we are. Oh, we're getting there. That's a good drive there. What the fuck? For some reason I escape and I go back into the game. It causes my shit to go pink. We'll see if this corrects it. If it don't, then I'll have to exit the game and go back in. It just happens every now and then for some reason. I don't know why. Frustrating. I think it might just be something to do with the truck. I'm not sure. It might have some sort of bug in it. Alright, here, we're going to exit real quick and go right back in. Alright, we'll see if it corrects it. This corrected it last time. I thought it fixed it. Alright, see what I mean? We're just learning. It might be an actual bug of the truck itself. I might have to get a little RTA. Because when I was playing earlier on single player, virtually no mods to be honest, I was still having that problem. The interior will just sometimes delete. It's only this truck, so we'll play around with the other ones a little bit later. Probably have to just load actually, and we'll see if it still has the same problem. second. We'll probably do a few more miles here. We'll probably switch over to one internet. We might just kind of swap around to different trucks. We'll also do multiple loads at the same time that way. But when I got the Mack, I also got the international. I think it's the 109. It's either 109 or 108. The 200. I got the Westar 4800. Got the Volvo FS17. Got a few more too. So we got quite a few trucks we can kind of fuck around with today. Right now we're working on a load. I think this is 3,800 miles. We're getting down to about 3,000. We should be hitting, right now we're in Canada. We should be hitting the custom map here real soon. Last time I went to the escape menu, my interior keeps going pink. So that's the one issue I've found so far. But the other truck's not good, so it's only with this truck it seems. Guys, right now it's about 2 a.m. No, 3 a.m. But here in a little bit we'll probably get up and do some trucking with us as well. I'm not even sure if I'll finish this load. I've been feeling under the weather pretty much all week since Friday. But I missed about half of my work week this week. I was sick as fuck. Still not feeling the greatest, but at least able to talk now. So. are driving the Mack R. This is the one made by RTA. It is a paint mod. So I know a lot of people don't agree with that. I'm not trying to convince you to get it. I like the truck. I don't mind paying for it, so we got it. But we also got a bunch of others. We got the Mack. We got a couple of internationals. We'll be playing around with the West Star later. Then we also got one of the Volvo FS17s from like Euro Truck. We got it, but it's going to be for ATS. And we also got all these trucks as well for ETS. So wherever we decide to screw in with it. I thought it was a turn, but I guess it's a curve. Probably really done spot to try to pass him, but too late now. I don't really understand how the passing works over here. Never been to Canada, but like all the roads, like none of them have double-sided lines. That would indicate no passing in the United States. Like, I don't know if you can just pass anytime over here or what. Right now we are heading to Hartford, Connecticut. This trip's about 3,800 miles, and we have about 2,800 left, so we've knocked out about 1,000. Right now we're testing. We had some issues earlier with coast to coast crashing, and so we're kind of testing it out to see if coast to coast is going to have the same problems or not. Alright, looks like we got to turn to what I'm playing with. I thought we knocked out 1,000. Looks like we've only knocked out about 900 actually. So we just bought this truck right before we started, so we only have about 100 miles on it. So that's really wrong. I think this load actually started up about 35, and right now we have right at about 2,700 miles still remaining. So, and we're heading to Hartford, Connecticut. And after this one, we're probably gonna go drive either one of the Internationals or West Star, one of the two. Finish this load, guys, and I'll probably take a little break. This entire week, I'm just now starting to get back to streaming. In fact, I don't even normally stream at this time, unless it's got this one thrown off. I've just been having a constant sleep just because I've been so sick. But before today, I really didn't even have much of a voice to get caught. Not to mention, I just felt like shit. Don't even know what's wrong, like, I don't know, it's kind of backwards on how everything, like, woke up with a really sore throat and just felt like throughout. And that went on for like 2 days, and then I started getting really congested. That's pretty much it, I just felt really, really bad. And obviously I pretty much had lost my voice, so it was just so raspy sounding you couldn't understand anything I was saying. And I also, during all that, my multiplayer decided to something happened to one of my system files on the operating system. For whatever reason, my computer never came with the install disk. So we got an install disk. I'll probably just do a fresh install. That'll correct the problem, and then we'll do that with multiplayer. That'll probably be closer a week or two, at least. This really depends on how long it takes to get here. This is the Mack R. That's an RTA mod, it's a paint mod. I know a lot of people are completely against buying them. I don't mind. I'm not trying to convince you to. It's a good mod. The the only downsides I've found to it right now, as far as realism, you only get one option for gas tank, and it holds like, I think it's something like 600 gallons. So pretty much we're going to be able to go from where we're at all the way down to Hartford with one tank of gas, and then still have gas over. That part's not very realistic. Engines, right now we're like I said, this is the first go at it. I saw it's the most powerful one there is, which is 720 horsepower. We're probably going to eventually do a little bit deep just to see how they sound. This one sounds alright when you're revving up, but when you're at top speed like we are right now, it sounds like a vacuum cleaner. So that's another downfall. Another issue I've personally ran across is sometimes when I hit escape and go back in, the interior goes pink. I've never had that happen before. I don't have it happen within my other trucks, so I think it's an issue with this truck. So I'm going to have to submit a ticket to them and see if they know what's up with that. But other than that, I really don't have too many complaints. Another cool thing is you do get smoke coming out of the stack like that. That's kind of cool. I think it is. Not that I looked at that a whole lot, but that's kind of cool. When it gets daylight, I'll show you guys the truck a little more. And we are using an accessories mod as well, which is how we, with these older model trucks, they don't really have the information like the modern trucks. So like that little tablet tells me where my cruise is set at. That doesn't normally come with the truck. It's an accessories mod. It's I don't know if it's like Siley, S-I-L-I. He makes an accessories mod. It works for any truck really, and that's what I'm using with it. You can do a bunch more than that too. Like I got a, can't really see him, but there's a dog sitting over there in the passenger seat. And you can have a person, like you can get like Ray off of Star Wars. You can have her sit in the passenger seat if you want. You can have all kinds of shit on the dashboard. Which again, I have stuff on my dashboard, but you can't see it because it's too dark. So once it gets daylight, this is the biggest cannon that I've found. Looks kind of cool. Has a lot of really big buildings, all that kind of good stuff. Not slow down too much. So right now, the engine sounds really cool. Top speed, that's when it starts to do the whole vacuum sound. But a lot of the other engines, they might be a little more realistic when they're at top speed. Just to play around and see. Oh, I'm stuck in single player. My system files on my computer are, something happened to one of them. I can't connect to multiplayer. So we've had to order a install disk to correct the problem. So it'll probably be about another week, and then I'll be back on multiplayer. But I'm pretty much stuck here. Every time I try to launch multiplayer, I don't even make it to the launcher, and it gives me an error. I've troubleshooted the shit out of it. It's the system files. And I'm just gonna wait for that disc to show up. I don't know why, but my computer didn't come with one. So, well, actually, it probably didn't come with one because now you can like just reset your computer, but you need the system files in order to reset your computer. So I can't do that. So I'm having to get install this. It really does, dude. I don't even know what happened. Like, I got really sick. You know, I was playing one day. I got really sick. I've been sick since Friday, and I'm just now getting back to where I can have my voice back. And I come back, and that error was popping up. So I'm not really sure what happened, but. I'm really looking forward to getting back, to be honest. Haven't even been able to play Little Bear. We just got rid of the wheel, the whole 9 yards, and now I can't play with it. Oh, I feel a ton better, dude. Like, I was bad sick. I missed work. See, I was supposed to work Friday. I'm normally off Saturday anyway. I missed work Sunday. I had a meeting that we've been planning for months on Monday. I had to go to it, so I toughed through it. Then I missed work on Tuesday, and then I finally made it to work on Wednesday. So, yeah, it was rough. I'm not even sure what was wrong. Like, I just woke up one morning, I could barely swallow. Like, my glands were just so swollen. And I just had like a really, really bad sore throat. And I just felt like shit. Like I wasn't really running a fever or anything like that. I just felt like crap. Oh, nice, dude. That's a really good number. Really good number. This is the most miles we've hit. I've only been a part of this company for, I don't know. See, I started mid-month last month, so we'll just say a month and a half. And I don't even know what we're at. I know we're over 500,000, and that's the most we've ever hit, according to them. Of course, let's see here. I'm at, I don't know what I'm at. I think I'm getting close to like 250, a little bit over 100 of that. So that's 350,000 miles up right there. I know, man. Me too, dude. Used to, every time I drive and I wouldn't see you guys, I'm like, where the hell are they? They're hiding somewhere. But I'll be back soon. I'm hoping by the end of the week. I mean, it's pretty much waiting on that to ship. And hopefully that works. If that doesn't work, then I'm not really sure. I might just have to buy it. I mean, I'm going to assume that it will fix it. I don't know. Used to, it came with an operating system, and you can just reformat your hard drive if you need to, and that's what it's going to do. But like I said, you have to have the system files are fucked up somehow. Which I'm pretty sure I know what happened. I had downloaded a mod a long time ago, and I accidentally clicked on one of those damn links that you're not supposed to. And it was a mistake, and I got, I don't know if it was a virus or malware, but I had removed it. I didn't really have a choice, like I had to. And I'm going to assume that it was attached to system files. And at the time, I corrected it by running, because I had that problem then. But I corrected it by running as an administrator to launch MP. And for whatever reason, now it won't launch as an administrator even. So it's kind of weird. But I'm getting a little time to play around some mods. Right now we're driving the Mack. Got the internationals. Got a couple of RTA mods that I'm kind of fucking around with. But it's nothing in comparison to multiplayer. Yeah, I will. The day it gets fixed, I'll be trucking it with Little Bear. You guys have been chasing the hell out of me, especially what's his face, Sharky. I'm having a hard time catching back up to him. And then Greg, man, he was really on my ass for a while. We kept going back and forth, and now it's me and Sharky doing it. I give you guys one thing. You got a lot of active drivers. A lot like let's just use who are they? Heartland. Like if you look at their miles, a good portion of their miles are from 2 drivers. I mean, all your drivers are really up there, so that's impressive. It really is. Especially be beating. I don't know what your guys' rank is now, but I know you took out Silent Squad. I think you're at least one more rank higher than that. And Silent Squad has a lot of drivers. Yeah, that's an issue we run into. Like, recruiting's easy. It's getting people to actually drive. Like, most of our miles are from about 3, maybe 4 drivers. And if all of them were like up there like me and Little Bear, it would be an issue, but they're not. Holy shit, dude. That's really impressive, because 12-pack, they were really ranked last month. So you're in, oh, that's what you're saying 4 about, you're in 4th. Okay, I got you. Yeah, OTR, I think that's the next spot. They might be a little difficult to take out. They got a lot of drivers. None of them's really all that. Well, none of them's really got a lot of miles. They just got a lot of drivers. This is the cool thing about this mod, is it actually has smoke coming out the stacker. Which is not like I see that a whole lot, but I still like it. That's cool. I don't know why more mods don't do that, but it looks badass. Yeah, 1 million? Yeah, that's gonna... But man, that's seriously impressive. A company your size hitting those numbers, really impressive. Especially when you're beating companies that have, you know, probably 40 plus drivers. Right now, guys, we've got about 2,200 miles, and we're heading down to Hartford, Connecticut. Started this trip, we had about 35, I think. So we just bought this truck before this load, and we've gone 1,300 miles, almost 14. So another thing I can't wait for is Washington State, man. They need to hurry their ass up. How the fuck long does it take to make a damn map? But that really is impressive, dude. I was aiming for 300,000 this month. That ain't happening. But me getting sick, man, put me. It was like I tried to do a load here and there, but I was just too damn sick. A really good group of guys. I've talked to them just about all of them. Might be coming on the Canadian. Oh shit! Almost took out a sign. We might be getting close to the Canadian border now. There's Fido. Got an accessories mod that. Oops, shit. Accessories mod that allows me to. You can put a dog or. You can actually put like Ray off of Star Wars even in the seat. And they got a bunch of other random people if you know, whatever you prefer. The traffic's nice. Someone was telling me they're thinking of adding traffic to multiplayer, but I don't even see how that would possibly work. And I've tried looking into it, like Googling it. I can't find nothing. If they did that, it would destroy convoys. Like convoys would be such a disaster, it wouldn't even be funny. Now they could try to create a server with traffic on it. That could work maybe. But I think that was just BS basically. Yeah, especially them really large convoys, because I mean, I don't know if you've ever been part of a really large one, but I've been, and they're such a clusterfuck anyway. And if you add traffic into the mix of that already, ooh, that'd be nasty. I personally, and one of the reasons I used to be part of Viva Trucking. I'm sure you've heard of them, and nothing against them, because teeth drown type of thing. But one of the reasons I left was their convoys were so large. I hate large convoys. Like once you start getting about 10 people, that's a nice little. I personally like rolling with about 5 or less. Makes it where just more relaxing. Everyone can do their own type of thing. Once you start going over 10. Organizations, it have to have it, and most VTCs just don't have the organization needed for that kind of convoy. And it's probably not even organization. I mean, you're relying on a lot of stuff. I mean, all it takes is one person with a bad internet connection and wrecking everyone behind them. Show you guys the truck now. Oh, shit. And we're gonna try this mode. I'm really bad at driving this mode. There she is. Now we're going fast. Pretty cool looking truck though. Look, man, the guys that brought me into this VTC, I can't turn on. If something ever happens, we'll definitely keep you guys in mind. I think your VTC is a very good one. I like all you guys. So if anything ever did happen, you guys should definitely be considered. I killed the engine on that one. It's been quite a while since I actually played a single player. It has been a minute. Of course, the main reason, why play single player when you can play with other people? That's my philosophy anyway. And a lot of people do the exact opposite. Like, they prefer single player, and I agree with them. You know, you can make single player a lot more realistic. But I don't really play for realism. Like, you know, it's great and all, but like it's not a make or break type of, like, I don't care if there's no traffic on multiplayer. That don't bother me. I more or less I enjoy the multiplayer aspect of it. Played MMOs for years, and this is basically like a trucking MMO to me. And hopefully soon, me and Little Bear have some land that we're trying to sell. My parents passed away a couple of years ago. We decided just to sell their land. There's no chances we're going to move out there. And hopefully we'll be able to get enough where we'll be able to get a really good trucking setup. Plan on getting like a racing rig, 3 monitors, pretty much everything that people want for truck sim type stuff. I'd like to get something more closer to like a truck sim rig, but they don't seem to really exist unless if you are handy enough to make your own. People have done that, but I'm definitely not that handy. Like, if I tried to do something like that, I'd just end up fucking it up. that's a smart thing. Yeah, Little Bear just got her G29. She's loving it. She did, hell man, she was like about 100,000 miles with a keyboard. And we had done a 24-hour stream. And at the end of that stream, her fingertips were sore. Oh, like, we need to get you though. Like, she didn't want to get it at first. She didn't think she'd use it. But she can't believe the difference. And I'm like, I told you. Like, it's massive on just the difference between having a steering wheel and me. I probably shouldn't try passing here, but we're going to try it anyway. I want to get a shifter extension too. It's one thing I don't got. Right now, pretty much what I have set up where you have the toggle button between the two sets of gears, and pretty much I just set it at whatever I'm comfortable with, and I just skip gears. That's what I do. I might look into it, but I'm really not a handy person. Like, I'm not very good with that kind of stuff. But I might look into it and see, because I really would like a more realistic setup like that. Because that's what one Smith Daddy, he made him a shifter, one that sits on the floor. That's what I'd like, but they don't really sell them type. It's either you make your own or make do with what you got. After this load, guys, we're probably going to take a little break. Like I said earlier, my whole sleep schedule is so jacked up at this point that I'm probably just going to stay up all day and try to get back on my sleep schedule. I'm not normally awake at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's normally what time I'm getting up actually. Normally I wake up about 3 a.m. Really? That's kind of cool sounding, dude. I've heard of people on flight simulators doing that. I know there's a guy on YouTube. He has basically the front end of a Boeing. And I mean, it looks like, just looking at it, it looks like well, it is an actual plane, but he has it set up where each of those toggle buttons do stuff. Like, it's badass. So that's why I don't understand why someone hasn't already taken them up on, like, some company out there making legitimate truck sims, because, oh shit. Sorry, car. Because the trucking simulator players, I mean, they're pretty dedicated. Like, they'll buy pretty much anything as long as they have the money to do so. And a company can make a killing if they try to mass produce that stuff. I mean, I agree, like, you know, the trucking simulator community really isn't that large in comparison to a lot of the other games out there, but there's still a market out there for it. Dude, that's badass. So do you have, is your shifter, like, do you have one that's mounted on the ground, or do you have one that's like just a typical shifter? Ah, shit. Every time I make those turns, I almost kill the engine. Not very good driving at this view, so be prepared for me to ride off the road any second. There we go, okay, that's enough. Dude, that's sweet. You sound like you got a hell of a setup there. Yeah, we ordered the heavy hauler box. Should be getting it in like, I don't know, probably about a month and a half. Planning on selling this land like we are. In fact, the real story behind it, my brother was just a piece of shit. Like, there's no other way to describe him. He's been to prison, jail. Well, I've been allowing him to stay out there. My parents put my name on the deed because they knew if they didn't put me on the deed that something shady would be happening with the land. Well, my brother has been basically using the property to dump trash. And so now I'm having to take legal action against him, get him evicted, and we're probably just going to end up selling the land, because if we don't, he's going to do something that will be legally off, like, we're the ones that will end up getting fined. So we're getting rid of the land mainly just so we don't get sued by someone. But the only person that ever lived on that land anyway is my brother. My sister and myself, we both have jobs. We're not low life. That is super cool. So I would love to get a setup like that. That sounds badass. But we'll honestly probably, like, the most I'd be able to do is maybe like get a dash of a semi, do something like that with that. Because whatever we get, we need, it's times two. One for me, one for Little Bear. And we don't have that much space. I used to be a truck driver. You have a wreck or something? My dad was a trucker for 40 years. And I used to when I was little. All I ever wanted to do, I always wanted to be a truck driver. And my dad took me on the road a lot. I've been to practically every state. Minus like Alaska and Hawaii. I've been to parts of Canada and parts of Mexico. And the older I got, the more I was like, you know, this really isn't a very, like, and I'm talking cross-country trucking, not local trucking obviously, but my dad was a cross-country trucker. And I was like, this really isn't a life for someone that wants a family. And that's pretty much where my trucking dreams ended. It's rough, like, that's a rough, cross-country trucking is rough. With anyone that's married or anyone that has kids. And no one will convince me otherwise. 17 years, nice dude. That was a Cannon Express. My dad worked, ooh, there's another car coming. Pretty sure I see one. Is that not a car? No, it's not. Anyway, Cannon Express. My dad started working for them, worked for them for 6 months. He took off, and we didn't see him for 6 months. And when he got back home, he told them to come get their truck that he's done. And 6 months, that's just fucking ridiculous. But again, trucking's great for someone that's single, no family, great money. And again, not talking local trucking, talking cross country. I know local truckers get home every day, so. And I guess, I take that back. If you're married and your wife wants to drive too, you could be team drivers and then, you know, talking money. Money! So I guess that would work out. It's basically when kids get involved. It's rough on them. But if you work for a good company, Jolliffe Transportation out of Peoria, Illinois was my last, I say my last, my dad's last company that he worked for. They are awesome. Like, anytime my dad wanted to come home, he got to come home. Like, this is at the end, like he was on his way out. And if he wanted to stay home for a month, 2 months, sometimes he would go out, do one load, come right, like he'd be off for a month, go out, do one load, come back for another month. Like, they were awesome. But they also did that because my dad was, you know, he was in his 60s. And so that, you know, they knew he wasn't really there for money necessarily. And so they were really nice to him. Dad got mugged in New York. That's probably the worst thing that happened while he was a trucker. I was over the road and it's really, because you miss everything. Like, you miss sporting events, you miss them growing up, really. Like, until my dad retired, and I was about to graduate high school, or I might have even been out of high school. That was the first time that me and Dad was able to actually spend very much time together. So, you miss, you know, pretty much their entire childhood, assuming that you're trucking that whole time. But, you know, you gotta pay the bills. So, I mean, I get it. My dad, my dad was, let's see here. I don't remember, he's passed away now, but, let's see, I'm trying to think. He was born in like the 30s, some shit like that, like 34, 37. And so he lived at a time where, like, he dropped out of high school to go work on the farm type of shit. So he wasn't an educated man by any means. And he got grandfathered, like when they started the whole trucking school stuff, he got grandfathered in because he'd been trucking already, so he didn't have to do that part. And so he really didn't have any means of making any good money outside of trucking, so he was pretty much stuck there. But my dad, when he was younger, had like a outhouse. Well, they didn't have like running water type of stuff. I'm like, wow. Whoa. But I really did enjoy going on the road with him. Really, yeah, I say it's fun. It's fun for a kid. I mean, when you're an actual trucker, I mean, that's like saying going to work's fun. I mean, who the fuck's gonna say that? And I got to see a lot of stuff like that I probably would never have seen before. Like I got to see, and when I say see, I mean literally see. I mean, we're driving by, I got to see it. I'm not talking about like we got to stop and go tourist and look at it that way. But I got to see like the Statue of Liberty, shit like that. And it was really cool, you know, for someone my age. Whoa, get back over there. Oh, you're an owner-operator? See, my dad, and maybe you could tell me if he's right or wrong. My dad never owned a truck. He always worked like for the company, like used the company's truck, and he always was against owner-operator because he said at the end of the day you get paid a lot more, but you have to pay for the gas, you have to pay for, you know, if the engine goes out, and at the end of the day you're really not making a whole lot more. But you might be able to say yay or nay on that. He never really tried to be owner-operator, so. Okay, so my dad went down to New York and he got mugged, so he stopped and asked for someone for directions. Now this is before the time of GPS. Like either you use your map, like an actual paper map, or you just stop and ask for directions. And my dad was trying to find out, like he was at, you know, he was delivering to New York. He was trying to find out where the specific spot was that he needed to go to. And he stopped and asked this guy directions. Well, he had a shirt on that had a breast pocket with money in it for tolls. A lot of truckers do that kind of stuff. And this guy saw the money hanging out of his pocket, and he rips his pocket off and takes off with it. Now, my dad, like a lot of truckers, carried a firearm, so he grabs his .357, jumps out, and there's a ton of guys right outside the door. And my dad did the smart thing, got his happy ass right back in the truck and left. But the funny part is my dad had dentures. Now why you, whoa, shit. Why you do this, I'm not sure. But my dad would sometimes carry his dentures in his pocket. So this guy rips off his pocket, and I would have loved to see that guy's face when he's holding someone's dentures. Ah, I killed the dentures. But that was really the only serious thing that happened with my dad. There was another time, I don't remember the exact details, but I can't remember if it was my dad drove for JB Hunt for a while, and I can't remember if it was JB Hunt trucks or just trucks in general, but there was a time where like trucks were being blown up in Canada for some reason. I can't remember the details on it, but it was something like, it was really a dangerous time for truckers. But nothing really specifically happened, that was just, you know, one of those scary type of things. Oh, yep. I hear that. make it. Yeah. Now, I don't know if a trucker would be able to read a map. Like, it seems like they all rely on a GPS. Like, my dad used to be able to get from one side of the country to the other using nothing but a map. Which, I mean, back then, every trucker could do that. I mean, if you were a trucker and you couldn't read a map, you weren't going to be a trucker for very long. That's just how it worked. My dad started off with a company. It was a local company. It was a local company, but it was still cross country, called Milstead. And they were a moving company. They loaded up, semi-trailers full of people's furniture and hauled it across wherever they were moving to. And that job paid really good, but that was more for like if you were younger. Like, you had to be pretty fit because you were moving all that heavy ass furniture, and then you had to load it and unload it. But that one, it paid you by the mile, and you also got paid by the pound. So it paid really good. Oh yeah, pagers. Hell man, you don't see anyone with pager anymore. The only people that have pagers really are like companies. And even then, most companies don't do that. But there are still a few companies that have pagers for whatever reason. My company uses, I work for a casino, and we use pagers because, basically, I'm sure most people see in a casino, and you got the little help button. When you hit that help button, that pages those people, and that's what those pagers are for. And outside of that kind of stuff, I really can't think of a reason why a company would have it when you could just call or text someone on a cell phone. Hell, I'd be surprised if you walked into even a cell phone company and they even had the pager. They probably have to go dig in the back. Oh, you want a pager? Ugh. Let me go dig in the back. Let me see what we got. Blowing the dust off. I like, we got a lot of younger people that work at my company. I like asking them stuff like, 8-track, record players, if they even know what they are. You'd be surprised how many people don't. Another thing I like to do with them is cartoons I used to watch when I was younger. I like to ask them if they even know what they are, like He-Man, that was Thundercats. That's, whoa, shit. That was a hill. Oh yeah, I had all the action figures. Like my favorite cartoon was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Not this new shit they got nowadays. I like the original cartoon. That was my favorite. We actually just got done buying. We bought the whole box set of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoons for my son's birthday. I don't even remember that one. What's that one? Whoa, starting to rain on us. I'm trying to think of some of the. Oh, G.I. Joe. That was popular when I was younger too. Oh! You know, the second I'm like, oh wait, he meant G.I. Joe. Yep, that was one of my cartoons too. Nowadays, man, they got some weird ass cartoons. Some really weird shit. And now, they just got cartoons on 24 hours a day. Back in my day, you had to wake up at like 6 o'clock in the morning to watch cartoons. They just weren't on all day long. Yeah. Very good point. Very good point. Yeah, my son, he's 9. He's really never really been too big into cartoons. I got him on the Star Wars and Transformers very early. And he prefers watching like Star Wars, Transformers, X-Men, Spider-Man, Batman, anything superhero-ish. Down for it. He does watch a few cartoons. Yes, those are the classics right there. In fact, that was a person, I can't remember who, someone at work that didn't even know who Wild Coyote was. I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. I'm like, how the fuck did you get to be over 20 years old and not know who Wild Coyote is? Yeah, oh, that was a good one. I used to like watching, I was a little older, like I was probably, I don't know, probably like 2nd grade. And I watched, what was this here? Tailspins? Tailspins. And it was Darkwing Duck. Watched a little bit of that. There's some others too. Wait, no, I think Tailspins was the one that had Scrooge mixed up, right? My memory's foggy. I want to say. Yes! So those are the classics right there. And the kids nowadays, they don't even know, like they don't even know of them. They don't know what they're missing out on. Some of these cartoons I've watched, you know, currently, they're just retarded. I'm like, how do people watch this shit? There was a small stint that my brother, or my son, liked watching Yo Gabba Gabba. That show makes you want to blow your brains out. Like the dude that runs that's way too fucking chipper for my ass. It's quite annoying. Quite annoying. There's another one that has all these jumping crayons. Super annoying too. And that's when I was like, alright, Dad has to do an intervention here. He's gonna have to get on to some Star Wars shit that I can tolerate. His favorite is Batman. He loves Batman. But he primarily like he plays video games too. I mean he'll play Batman all day long. Well, we are down to just under 1,400 miles, guys. Slowly but surely we're getting there. Yeah. Yeah, those are the best ones. Are you talking about that series when, I think it was a series anyway, where like, they would act like they're punching someone and then there'd be like a pal sign in the middle? I remember watching those. Those are good. Yep. He likes Superman too, but Spider-Man and Batman, those are his favorites. I'm actually thinking about trading in my Xbox just so I can get a PlayStation so I can play Spider-Man. Oh, those are real old school. Excuse me. Thanks for the follow, man. Much appreciated. After this though, guys, we'll probably take a little break. Then I'm going to come back. We're going to drive with, probably going to do the International K200, and I'm probably going to put on a weather mod. We'll probably do a winter mod, just for a little change of scenery. Since, for whatever reason, ATS can't get it in multiplayer. Apparently they don't think we get snow in America. That didn't make sense to me why ETS has the snow mod, but ATS can't. Yeah, I've been having normally I'm not normally, well actually I normally am awake at this time. Just normally I haven't been awake up all night. I've just been having this cold's been kicking my ass. I'm a lot better now though. So much better. Throw it in. Ooh, thought I was gonna go over 80 there for a second. I always try to kick it at about 79, that way I have a little leeway room. As long as you don't hit 72, you're normally fine. 71, if you brake fast enough, you're fine. Or, I think I said 71, 81. Sylvia's asleep right now, guys, but later she'll be joining us. But she'll be doing multiplayer. I'll be stuck in single player. Oh yeah, dude. Like I could barely talk. Like I pretty much lost my voice. And so I didn't even stream at all last week, and I normally try to stream. Normally I stream 7 days a week, but at bare minimum it's probably 6. And all week last week I didn't stream at all. Couldn't. Like there was no way. Like streaming wouldn't have done any good, because no one would have been able to understand me. Yeah, she's been streaming a pretty decent amount herself. She's actually, yeah, at first she started streaming just for me, but there was a couple times even when I was sick, she streamed all on her own. She's starting to really enjoy it. I've actually streamed for quite a while, but I don't know. Used to, I tried to stream what I thought people wanted to watch, and now I just pretty much like, fuck it. People can watch what I play or don't watch it. And I've actually had better success. I've had more success on ATS than any game I've ever played. I just have more fun with it, and I don't worry about what I think people want to watch. And I think that's where a lot of streamers, you know, they end up not stop streaming because they start trying to play what they think people want to watch. And I just stopped doing that. Pretty much the only game I even stream is ATS. Every now and then I'll probably throw in some ETS, but it's not like that's a drastic change. It's pretty much the same game with a little bit of different scenery, different looking trucks. How long have you been playing ATS, Guest Runner? ATS. I think I said ETS. I started back in ETS days. I don't remember exactly how long I've been playing, but my multiplayer account's been active for about 5 years. But I played at least a year, at least, before I even realized multiplayer existed. So, 10 months. Nice, nice. That's the reason I feel like they really need to add multiplayer into the actual game. And they could still use the mod for all I care less. I just think there needs to be something like a multiplayer, like maybe make it where there's a little multiplayer button you click, you hit connect. If you don't have what you need installed, then it automatically downloads it for you. Something in the background, I don't know. It seems like there'd just be an easier way to make it a little more accessible for, you know, more people. Because a lot of people don't realize multiplayer exists until years later. Oop. the worst habit of just leaving my windshield wipers running. Yeah. I kind of feel, like, I don't know, like it could kind of bite them in the ass, I guess. I kind of feel like they could do something as simple as Farm Sim, where you can go in and create your own game. Like let's say I'm playing and you want to join my session. As long as you have all the mods I have installed, then you can join, and then we can both play with those same mods. So if we wanted to have like maybe if you wanted to have a VTC convoy, all you need to do, and you wanted to use coast to coast, you just have to make sure your whole VTC has coast to coast installed. I think it'd be cool, but the downside is you wouldn't have the population that you currently have on the servers. So there's pros and cons to it. And another positive is when they release, like, let's say Washington State. Well, when it's in the game, there won't be any need for multiplayer to also have to update. So the second it goes live, multiplayer would have it as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of pros and there's a lot of cons. Personally, I'd like to eliminate the need for banning people. Like, if people want to join a server and act a fool, more power to them, I don't care. But, I don't know. Cause I kind of like the way it is now, but I kind of like to be able to do mods and stuff too in multiplayer. So I'm kind of conflicted on exactly what I would like them to do with multiplayer. But one thing I'm for sure on, and that's they need to do something other than mod, because without multiplayer, this game would die. Like, I would still play. I like single player, but most of the majority of the players out there, they would stop playing if it wasn't for multiplayer. And so you're leaving the biggest portion of your game in the hands of modders. And to me, that's kind of a stupid move for a company to do. But maybe it's just me. Alright guys, we're down to 1,100 miles. I'm going to lower the speed a little bit. I'm getting a little close. I don't want to risk speeding at this point when I've driven 3,500 miles. So we're going to crank it down to 75. I'm down for it. The biggest thing I think that, like, they need to really seriously focus on pumping maps out. Like, the rate we're going, we're all going to be dead by the time that they get half the United States done. Like, at the rate they're going right now, they're looking at maybe 2 maps this year. And if rumor has it, if rumor's true, the next state after Washington State is supposed to be Texas. So now, assuming that they've already been working on Texas, and that's true, and they got like a good portion of Texas already done, I would assume. If all they did was release Washington State and Texas, I'm fine with that. But if all we do is get another little state, I'm not cool with that. They need to speed things up. Texas is really big, and so I was kind of expecting once it did get to Texas, that there was a chance that that might be the only state they even get out that year. So, but they need to do something with the maps. And as far as I'm concerned, like, they could basically do coast to coast for all I care. Like, they could just do a few highways going through, put it all the way across the country, and make it where when they release, like they could just do what I'm looking for. Like, they could add detail later in patches. Or they could do something just like coast to coast once again, and make it where, you know, they'll still release the DLCs. So they're just basically going to make it where you can drive across the country but they still release DLCs. And if you don't have every single map DLC, then you lose access to all the United States except for what you've actually purchased. That way, they're not out any money. Everyone still drives across the country. Everyone's happy. That's the way I look at it. See, that's what I've heard that too, and that's what I always thought. But I don't know. A lot of rumor has it that Texas is next. I kind of thought that Texas is going to be one of the last because it's so large. Oh, that's from STS. Ah, see, I didn't know that. Well, see, that makes sense. See, that's what I always thought it was going to be Idaho. But then everyone was like, no, it's Texas. They were saying they got it confirmed. And then I heard people actually in multiplayer talking about it. I'm like, well, maybe it is true. Well, see, that makes sense to me. But now I'm kind of pissed off because they should be pumping this out quicker. I would like to start seeing 4 or 5 states a year. They get America bigger, and it's going to draw a lot of the people off of ETS. Which is not a bad thing. To be perfectly honest, ETS is overpopulated. Alright, we're going to go. And ATS is underpopulated. So if we could draw a few people off of ETS, I think that's a good thing for bus games. Specifically multiplayer. ETS on multiplayer, it's ridiculous. Like just trying to get your load to your destination without getting wrecked takes an act of God. Because their big servers over there, I think they hold up to 4,500 people, and at peak time there'll be a queue. They'll have 4,500 plus some. Illinois. Right now, guys, we're heading to Hartford, Connecticut. So, and we're almost there. And normally on multiplayer, I try to do loads of 5,000 plus miles, but this is the longest load that was on the map, so we had to take it. That's the one thing I like about multiplayer, because I like really long loads. And that's why I do a story to Hobbs constantly. Just because that's pretty much the longest you can get. I'm hoping once Washington State hits that I'd like to be able to see us getting to about maybe like 2,600 or so. That'd be nice. I don't know if we'll quite hit that, but that'd be nice. It said on the Twitch, Washington, Idaho, Utah, Colorado, Oklahoma, then Texas. Really? Oklahoma? That's where I'm from, so I'm all down for that shit. I like that, dude. That's kind of a weird... they're gonna have quite the shape going on there. But, like, let's say, let me see here. So if Texas is last, so right before Texas releases, if you get a load going from New Mexico, assuming there won't be a wave up into Oklahoma, which there could be, Anyway, you'll be able to get some pretty hefty loads. Moral of the story. Or even if you got a load from Washington down to like Oklahoma or New Mexico, that's gonna be a ton of miles too. So I'm down for it. I mean, honestly, right there is probably a couple of years worth of work for them. At least 2 years, at a minimum. And I would think it's probably going to be pushing into that 3rd year too. Unless they speed things up. Like for all we know, they've been working on all these maps for quite some time, and they might just need to put on the finishing touches. But I mean, Washington State's taking forever. But it does look like Washington State's a lot more detailed than some of the others have been. So I guess as long as the finished product looks nice, I don't guess I can really bitch too much. But I would like it to be a little faster. Yeah, I did hear about that. See, I read that in an article back in August of 18 about those 2 trucks. And I kept looking and kept looking. I talked to people. No one had heard anything about what I was talking about. And then I think it was February when they actually had confirmed it. I don't know when. Had they said when they might release? Like, is it going to... Oh, shit. Had they said if it's going to be in 3.5? What the fuck is happening? My truck's going backwards. Well, that's weird. Because if one of those trucks hit in 1.35, and we got like Washington State in 1.35, the new trailer, like that'd be badass. That'd be a lot of new content, a lot of new shit to look at. Ah. Come on there, lights. Oh, the Lone Star is 1.35. Or do you mean Washington State's 1.35? And the trailers, to be honest, they're underwhelming. Like, they could do a lot better job on trailers. They could add a lot more trailers, to be honest. Like, I would like to see an entire patch of just new trailers added. Like, just variety. Like, they could be just different colors, maybe add a few new companies. Like, I don't know what, but they could add a little more variety to the trailers. Excuse me. Again, guys, after this one, I'm going to take a little break, probably like 30 minutes or so. Don't quote me on that, because last time I said that I'd be gone for 30 minutes. I ended up sleeping for a few hours. And then we'll probably come back. We'll probably be driving either the West Star 4800 or the International K200. And I'm going to try to have a winter mod, just for a change of scenery, nothing more. Now I'll do physics. We'll probably just do one for looks, and that's it. I'll put a company name on the truck. Yeah, I actually have one with, this one doesn't have it, but I actually have one with Smith Trucking on it. I know a guy, next time he hops in my stream, if you're interested, he made an ours for free. It's just a basic one that just says Smith Trucking on it, but he just made it in like 10 minutes for me. And he said that he makes a lot of people's for free. He's trying to get his name out there. Type of thing. I can try to get some way that you can contact him if you're interested. Oh, multiple, yeah. That does suck. They need to whitelist a few more mods. Like I'd even be fine like just some, like maybe sound mods. Because the sounds in the default game actually kind of suck, just to be honest. In fact, like they could honestly just take some of the mods and just stick them right in the game. Instant improvement. I mean, I'm sure there's more to it than that, but that's what they could do. Well, we are getting there, guys. We are down to 800 miles. We're heading to Hartford, Connecticut. And again, once we're done here, it's going to be break time. Then we'll come back a little bit, and we're going to do some, I'm kind of leaning towards doing the International, and we'll come back with the winter mod as well. And we'll probably drive mainly with the International for the rest of the day. I drove a little bit before I laid down with the Mack, and obviously I'm driving with it now. So we put a decent amount of time with the Mack today. So we'll focus on the International next. And I'm not, we might do coast to coast. We might just do the base game. Or we might just do a little both like we did with the Mack. The load before this, we just did the base game, and this time obviously we're doing coast to coast, so we'll probably kind of do a mix like we did last time. Let's kind of see if we can check it out. There we go. Shit. Alright, I need to start going in that view. Obviously, I can't drive in that view, especially in the dark. I have a hard enough time seeing the damn dark. Yep, you take care, Ghost, man. I'll talk to you later. Hopefully I'll see you at least by next week in multiplayer. But you take care. Yep, will do, man. how high now, guys. Just have 700 miles, and then we'll be in Hartford, Connecticut. And then that's gonna be it tonight. Or actually, correction, that'll be it for now. I'm gonna be planning on taking a 30-minute break, and then we'll come back. We'll do some more single player, but we'll be driving the international instead of the Mack. And I'm thinking I'm getting a winter mod as well, so we'll probably screw around with that a little bit. Guys. There. Once we get about 500 miles, it should be about 20 minutes out or so. Alright guys, I need to call work, so I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. And when I come back, I'm going to take my little break that I told you guys about. When we come back, we'll do the international. And then I also have the winter mod going. But everyone, thanks for watching, and I'll see everyone in a few.